getting off track here. Guys, welcome back to the ESET UK Masters. We've got the third match in this best of 9 coming up here. Hopefully we're gonna get to see the full 9 games out of these two Protoss powerhouses, but the first 2 games didn't look too promising as to seeing 9 games.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, in the top left-hand corner of AcRo Waste, we have none other than the blue Protoss representing Team Fnatic. He's currently 2-0 up. We have NightEnD, who's going to be playing against the red Protoss player representing iPlay in the bottom right-hand corner. He's lost 2 games now. Can he claw his way back into this best of 9 series? It is AcRo.
I think he can, Drossar. I think he definitely can.
Yeah,
he just had a bit of bad luck. I mean, that first game was a bit of a micro mistake that AcRo kind of attributed to lag. And the second game was, a bit of a mistake on his side, but it was a 4 gate, so it's not really...
It was definitely the cheese. Like, I mean, if you think about it, NightEnD actually picked a really good time to cheese. Because AcRo might be sat there thinking... Like, this is where the mind games come in. AcRo sat there thinking, oh, my opponent's 1-0 up. He's going to be feeling fairly comfortable. So we'll get into a macro game next time round, and I'll see if I can scout him earlier than he scouts me, so I can prepare a really nice army composition. And then NightEnD basically comes out and says, actually, no, you don't. I'm just going to come out with a 4-gate. And he put the pylon in a beautiful spot in the natural. AcRo did scout, but he scouted at the 3rd. So it was like almost the perfect mental moment to cheese there from NightEnD.
Yeah, it was. He was in a good position. It was a good cheese at that. He really tried to fake his probe coming in and then getting killed and being like, oh no, I didn't do anything yet because I didn't know you were spawning here. But he actually did know NightEnD. AcRo was spawning there because he checked all the other spawning locations and he wasn't there. So he knew AcRo was in that position. Even though I wasn't sure what.
Yeah, that's a good map to do it on as well. I mean, Whirlwind, of course, an absolutely humongous map. So if you do it there, then you're banking on the fact that your opponent will take ages to scout you, or would go for a very, very greedy macro build first. And it looks like it just wasn't scouted until too late. So it did pay off there for NightEnD. Well played.
It did, indeed. So let's see what's coming down in this game, and the Twilight Council is coming down. And let me tell you, Blink play has fallen out of favor a little bit in the PvP matchup. It is not as much utilized as it was in Wings of Liberty. So I am thinking this is going to be DTs, especially because of that Sentry and the Zealot that we see being produced. You're not going to produce a Sentry and a Zealot when you go Blink.
It doesn't look like he's hiding the Dark Shrine, though, because he has the pile on the bottom of the map, but the probe went home. So if he's building a Dark Shrine, it's not going to be there. It's going to be in the main base, right next to the Twilight Council, because that's where the probe is chilling out. And very good call there, Lillian. We're going to see some DT play coming out of NightEnD here in Game 3.
Ooh, and a Stargate out of AcRo. That could help him hold that. I mean, an Oracle has that Envision ability that will allow him to spot stealth for 60 seconds. It used to be 30, but it was buffed, so now it's 60.
Yeah. Cool. And he's going to be going in with a 3-gate pressure using a Mothership Core. Now, here's a crucial bit. If he does go for an Oracle, he'll have the detection, but will he be able to kill the DTs fast enough? He does have the recall ability. Is he going to use it on the Mothership? He's now trying to do a bit of pressure. Good force field out of there from NightEnD. Keeps this pressure out. And now AcRo must be thinking, hang on a second, you have sentries to keep me out of here? Does that mean you're doing something funky?
Yeah, I think he's definitely thinking something's up, so I wouldn't be surprised to see an Oracle out of him, and there it goes, the Oracle being produced. Maybe he wanted to go Phoenix or something, and go for some kind of an all-in build, but it is going to to be the Oracle, and I think that is
rally to his mate as well. So good.
It's reactionary for sure.
Yeah. Very, very good read there. So, obviously, these guys have played a fair bit of Heart of the Swarm, guys, and AcRo knows exactly what's up, or at least he suspects. And he's going, wait, you're trying to keep me out of your main base. That means you don't have many units here. Why don't you have many units here? Because you've invested a lot in something else. What is that something else? Oh, it could be DTs, is basically the thought process.
Yeah, it is. That is exactly the thought process. So here come those 2 DTs warped in at that pylon in the bottom left. And the Oracle is ready, the Stalkers, and there's a Zealot there. But is he going to spot that little thingy, the little blur of those DTs?
Oh, he hasn't seen them yet. He hasn't seen them yet. He's actually splitting them up because NightEnD knows that... Oh, very good. And there we go. Envision immediately getting one DT taken out. But he's drawing the fire away from his main base, and the second DT is inside the mineral line. Damn, this is so smart coming out of NightEnD. He just got a whole bunch of worker kills that he really shouldn't have got there because of that Oracle. And AcRo does a good job of cleaning up, but NightEnD outthinking it.
Yep, this DT is now going to be going down. AcRo cleaning it up nicely, but losing more workers than he probably should have. 7 workers killed. I think NightEnD is going to be happy with the amount of workers that he's killed, and his expansion is a big deal earlier. Look at that, 33 workers for NightEnD to 20 probes for AcRo.
But here's the thing, AcRo's getting more oracles, Lillian, and there's a probe that's building a pylon behind the natural expansion as well. NightEnD does spot the pylon, so he'll be able to take this out. But AcRo's going to be able to put on a lot of pressure at the natural, while at the same time using the oracles to go into the main base to kill off the worker line. I think that's what we're going to see.
I think we're going to see an all-in here out of AcRo. He is not showing any signs of getting ready to expand. He is placing pylons. He's got a pylon placed on the map. He's going to be reinforcing it aggressively. He has those 3 gateways and a Stargate to operate from, and he's not making any probes. Now he is starting probe production. Huh, funny.
Interesting stuff. We'll see what happens. A photon overcharge going down at the natural expansion. And here come the oracles into the back of the main base. Some special tactics, ladies and gentlemen, popping in here in game number 3. Is it going to be enough, though, to stop the deficit here? Here they go. Into the main. We have it. Oh, no. The cannon there is going to be so frustrating. And one of the oracles already nearly dead.
Oh,
by dead, I mean actually dead. And the rest of the army's now being engaged in Mothership Core as well with a time warp from NightEnD. It will get picked off, but oh no, it won't actually. NightEnD microing it away, and he simply has enough firepower now, but the Mothership Core coming in for AcRo as well. Unfortunately, it's probably going to fall to the Void Ray, and NightEnd's got this, man.
Yeah, indeed. He's got this. He's got this. He's got this in the... Oh, he has to be careful, though. Oh, that's a shame. That's a waste. Bad Void Ray. Bad. Miscontrolled.
Or just not controlled Void Ray.
Not controlled. Well, not controlling is also miscontrolling, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's a really good point there. Yeah, I guess you could definitely lump them in together. There are now 2 Void Rays out. Ooh, one of the Stalkers does go down there, and yeah, it's not going to be enough. NightEnD is now nearly done. For a moment, he was like double the supply of AcRo. The worker supply is 34 to 23. AcRo continuing to try and bring units in, but the Void Rays are just doing so much damage. He has more Stalkers even before the Void Ray is there, so this is looking pretty terminal.
Yeah, it's looking like this disease. I don't even know where I was going to go with that. But in comes the Time Warp. The Stalkers can not retreat as easily as they would have liked, and more Stalkers are going to go down. There's only 4 Stalkers left. 31 to 64 supply. Double the supply, exactly. It's going to take out the Mothership Core, and then GG out of the game. NightEnD up 3 to absolute.